I'm going to invite up Riley Voelkel, Nate Buzolic, and Mr. Daniel Gillies. And I'm Carina, if you don't know me. Hi. Hello. Hello. What a beautiful
You know, you gave it
crowd.
up for Nina a lot more than that. I
Yeah.
want some more.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You're getting there. That's about a 6.
Still pretty average, yeah. We need like another 10 of these girls.
Better.
Too much now, not real. It's too much. There's a really fine line between, there and not there, and it was too much.
I feel like we're very far apart from each other. Did they do that on
I
purpose?
asked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, can you
Good,
just
they
make
actually
sure?
listened.
Yeah.
Social distancing, that's all it is.
So guys, I've been, Riley and Nate already know, but I've been starting everything off with deep, non-Vampire Diaries related questions. So I wanted to start this one off by asking you guys, other than acting, outside of acting, can you guys tell me about an ambition that you still have? Even in your old age. I don't know why I said still. Like, ambition should have ended. You should have achieved it all by now.
Oh. Oh.
I'd really love to have kids one day. It's a big ambition of mine, to be a good mom and do some more traveling probably
If you
With
have,
the kids.
with all the kids,
If
you
you have-
know, in a minivan. That's my future.
I know when I see parents at the airport, I'm like, that's what I want.
but if,
Right. It looks like a blast. No.
but,
But I do.
but-
That is my ambition.
but,
Yes, honey. Yes.
but if you had twins, would you call them Daniel and Nathaniel?
You know, I like it.
Only if it was girls.
Yeah.
Just girls. Just
Yes.
girls.
Girls.
Just girls.
That would make the most sense.
It's an interesting question. And Carina, I want to fire that question back at you. What's your ambition
Outside of acting.
outside of acting?
I want to, this is actually true, it sounds like I'm being facetious. I really want a farm.
Yes.
Like a farm
I'm
that
there
like
for the farm
produces
life.
something and like does some good for the world.
Yes.
I think I'd be a really
Chickens.
good farmer.
What would you
Cows.
grow?
Weed.
Weed?
I don't
Weed
actually.
farm.
I don't know. When I was a kid, my dad had a farm and we literally like grew hay and like produced hay bales and sold hay bales.
Wow.
It was his like, my dad was like a fancy Wall Street guy. This was like his side project, but I really loved it. Like I love that life, and I love feeling like I'm like making something of value. So that's mine.
I love it.
I'm desperately trying to learn my French. I want to live in Paris. I want to be there. And when the kids, fingers crossed, go off to college, I love Los Angeles, but I've done that chapter, and I feel like I'm sort of
Ready for
that's
Paris.
that's where I'd like to go.
I
wanna
can
live
see you in Paris.
I can see me in Paris
Yeah.
too in about 2 months. I
Yeah.
can see me
Yeah,
in full
hey,
picture,
I might
in full
see you
view.
there.
That's where I want to live.
Remember the time those two French girls came up to us?
Oh, you love this story.
Great.
It
sounds more exciting than what it's going to
Right,
end.
Daniel loves
Remember
it.
those time those two French girls came up to us? Bonjour, comment ça va? Et qu'est-ce que vous faites? So I'm with Daniel. We're walking the streets of, what is it, Saint Germain?
Sure, whatever.
Sure. And I get recognized. Why are you laughing? I get recognized and these girls run up to us and I'm with Daniel and they're like, whoa, bonjour, comment ça va? We love the show, Vampire Diaries, you're so cool, you're so cool. And so we're talking to these girls and they're just looking at me, they get a photo with me and I ask them like, who's your favorite character? They're like, Elijah. Oh, we love Elijah. And I'm like, I look at Daniel, I'm like, they haven't given you any
Was
attention.
this your like beard era, Gillies?
It was beard era. It was also like when I'm not, like, today I feel like I leaned into some Elijah today with a little bit of the pot. Which I never do. I just never dress like him, but they can't, because I was never in casual
Right.
clothes.
Right.
Although but that's changed now, though. I think that something happened during COVID, where the show just received new invigoration, and that has changed a little bit. But no, often beards and clothes.
I also feel like you had like a very like a different physicality as Elijah. You like walked different as Elijah.
Yeah, looking pretty constipated. Here we go.
Use your hands
Here
a
we
lot.
go.
You use your hands a lot.
Like, Carina, no!
I give wonderful hand jobs. Okay, let's take.
Don't do it!
Here we go.
Niklaus,
Yeah.
how many times have I done that?
Oh man.
And every time off stage, you
One,
say,
too
too many. Too many. Karina, I'll let you take over
back to Karina,
the
back to
process.
Karina.
I was all of you guys when you started in these characters. It was kind of you had no idea how long it was going to run. You all started as guest stars in one way or another, and so I was wondering if was anything specific where you were like, oh, I know who this person is. Was there ever a moment where you were like, or is there a moment that crystallizes that character for you, and that you started to sort of live in it?
For me, it was when I smashed Damon in the face with a baseball bat.
I can't remember that.
It was a great moment.
Like batting cages.
I was walking up with a bat, just all casual, and then I smashed him in the face.
Oh really?
But interestingly enough, I had to punch, obviously it wasn't Ian, it was a stunt guy, and they had a little mask on his face, and they said, okay, well you've just got to hit between here and here so you don't break the guy's nose. And I was like, wow, it was a very awkward moment, because you're basically smashing a baseball in the face of a stunt guy.
Why didn't they give you like a rubber bat?
I requested the wood, I thought it was more authentic.
He's like, I'd like a steel core.
Yeah,
Wait, who are you hitting in the face?
just a stunt guy.
No, but who
he was
was
quite
it supposed?
short.
Was it supposed to be
Damon
me?
Somerhalder.
Oh. Well, so you were smashing Ian in the face.
Well,
I got wood just thinking about that. All right, got it. So wait a second. Hold on a second. No, I'm kidding. And by the way, where is he? You keep going. Keep talking. So you're smashing Ian in the face.
Yeah. Smash a guy in the face. But anyway, for me, it was like, this is who my character is. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
A Salvatore hater.
There we are.
They I still don't like them, Honestly, people like, Stefan or Damon, neither.
You're making yourself very popular with the ladies right now.
Yeah.
With this group? Thank you. Yeah, wow. I mean, I came back from a war zone. You should love me,
By the way, he's talking about his relationship. No, it's not. So, Riley, when did you discover that you were?
I feel like I kind of started to figure out Freya maybe season 3. I know I came in season 2 and she was very much like from another time and kind of talked from another time and was kind of, which I loved. I loved that storyline, but I feel like once season 3 happened, which I think was around the time that I started getting accepted into the family a little bit more, started being trusted a little bit more. I think I started, honestly, you guys were like,
Are you
don't
talking about like
trust
off?
Freya.
No, that's what I want to know.
Are you talking about like off screen? Because I feel like you were in real fast.
No, on screen. Freya was not trusted.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
Look, it's not my fault. I thought you were an extra.
Yeah, Nate did think I was an extra. He was like, what? This,
Oh, can we please tell
to be
this story?
fair-
Please tell this story.
Okay, so the first time I was on the show was actually just a non-speaking part where I'm at the party, if you guys remember, and you don't really know who I am yet, and my hair's all like up, and it was like, I don't know, it was back in some period of time.
You still look cute.
Oh,
You're
well,
very
thanks.
cute.
But anyway, no one knew who I was. I had just started the show, and I was like sitting with the cast where, like in the back. And Nate thought I was an extra, but I give him a lot of credit because he was so nice to me. And he was like, yeah, this extra just keeps hanging out with us.
It's like she obviously wants a selfie or something, but
Yeah.
whatever.
But you were really nice to me, so that was nice. But yeah, I think once the like sassy side of Freya came out, like where she was dancing on bars and like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
bringing
I feel-
home the Chad, Brad, Brody.
Yes, exactly. I feel like that's when I became Freya. And that was the moment where she became her own thing, I think. I love you too.
Ian skewered me with the banister of a staircase, and we shot 2 different versions of it, and I remember thinking, and fair enough, because they didn't know how it was going to play, and if they wanted to keep Elijah hanging around, and I just remember filming it and thinking, I gotta be fine. They're not gonna go this other way, and I think he's gonna be around. I felt like at that point I was like, yeah, I think I might be in here. But and Julie seemed really excited about the prospect of this other family, and I think that was what kind of made me think I could stay maybe.
You were the first person I met on set too, Daniel.
Really?
You thought you were an extra.
I also thought you were an extra. I was like, wow, the extras are really nice in America.
Let's have you guys start lining up for fan questions, and I'll ask one more. And then I will pass the baton over to you guys. Of all the Michelson siblings, which do you think you could be friends with in real life? Like, if you had to have one of them staying in your house for a week.
Rebecca. Easy.
It's a tough question.
I'm not throwing softballs over here.
No, it's
No way. He's last on the list.
He does a lot of yelling. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if, like,
Very
somebody,
intense.
like,
I
he's
mean-
sitting on your couch, he can't find the remote, and he's like, Rebecca!
yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Remota, where's the remota?
I don't know. That didn't work. Or I don't know. Well, Enrique was our brother who died, right? But that'd be weird. It'd either be a Weekend at Bernie's type situation where I'm hanging around with the corpse of Enrique, which is weird.
Are you talking about Hendrik?
Yeah, Enrique.
Or was it Henry?
Henry.
Oh, was
yeah.
it Henrik? I would
Yeah,
say
but
Hendrik.
and
Is
also
that
too,
wrong?
and if I'm hanging around with a kid, that's also kind of weird.
Yeah,
Like
a little creepy.
It's so I guess by
It's an
the
elephant in a room, for sure.
all right, it's Cole. I'd
Yeah.
hang around with Cole.
Cole, yes.
Cole.
Okay.
The Daniel Sharman version.
Well, I'm going to change my answer. I was going to say,
come on.
I was going to say Elijah, but now I think I'm going to just also say Cole. That's my answer.
The Daniel Sharman
The
version?
Daniel Sharman version. He's really good looking.
I did ask a body swap question yesterday, and Nate said he would like to be his girlfriend so he could see what it's like to have sex with himself. So
I did not say that.
I don't.
You were absolutely putting words in my mouth. I wanted to see if I was funny on the other side.
Right,
and I
right.
think
That
I'm very
was
funny.
it. That was it.
I just wanted to see if I could make myself laugh, because I do it when I'm by myself. So I just was wondering if I have the same effect.
Yeah. He just wants
Hey,
to be able to
look,
stare at himself.
if you
so
can't
Cole,
make yourself
he'd
laugh-
like Cole in the house to just gaze at him lovingly.
Yeah, just put mirrors everywhere. And then just do
You
a
have such
stand-
good bone structure, my friend.
Yeah, wow. You're just so charming, Nathaniel. I mean, Cole.
Let's bring up, here you are. Hi.
Hi. So my name is Kirsten.
Hi.
Hi. I was wondering what your guys' character's theme song would be if they had a theme song.
Google Dolls Iris.
That's a great song.
Anything from the Reputation era? Any song?
There's a band called, not the WHO, the Who from the 60s, but there's a band called the Who. They're a Mongolian band. You do know the Who? Yeah. There's a band called the Who, Wolf Totem. Wolf Totem, T-O-T-E-M. I
Good
can't
question.
sing traditional Mongolian throat chanting. Like, but it's an amazing song. I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's a song.
That's a song.
Great question. Thank you so much.
That was a good
Thank you.
question.
Hi, my name's Maddie, and my question's for Daniel.
Hi.
Hi.
Daniel Sharman.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's a bit tricky happy with that one.
I just wanted to say that one of your seasons, season 5, whenever Elijah got his memories back, and he realized he had killed Haley. Sorry for any spoilers.
Written by a very talented.
Very
Yeah,
good.
right, sorry.
I
Thank you.
just wanted to say that scene, it really got me, and I just wanted to know how you got in the headspace for that.
Well, Carina and I fought a lot about the. No, I'm joking. We did not.
We did fight a little.
A little. Not a lot. No. And not over that stuff. No. I don't remember. I just knew it was. I don't recall. I knew that I asked. They were really sweet and accommodating, though, in terms of like I said, hey, can I physically do this, and ask them if they could help out with that, because it seemed difficult, and I remember them being really accommodating. Who directed that, Carina?
Wait, sorry, which episode are we talking about?
When Elijah's memories come back, and then you wrote that one. I'm pretty sure.
When they came back, yeah, it was.
Who directed that?
Was it Bethany? I'm not
No,
sure.
I
but
feel like it was a guy.
that was brutal. That was
Yeah, it was.
the red door in the hallway and all that stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the red door.
The red door.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. I don't remember. I remember that. I don't remember what I think about. I very rarely dredge up anything personal. I find that when I'm doing, if I bring personal, I did when I was a younger actor, but it's not as good because, because it's like you're bringing a Ming vase into a scene. Because you're doing this, which involves your imagination, and then you're smuggling in this stuff that's your own life, and the two things contend with one another. So the older I've gotten, the more I find to just trust my imagination more, and I'm actually better at it now than I was even then, not trying to smuggle in my own stuff.
It was such an interesting story arc for Elijah and Daniel, because when Elijah lost his memories, that physicality thing that I was talking about, his physicality shifted. Remember you were in a trucker hat and you had that whole France storyline.
Yeah, I wanted to have a
different-
big beard and everything because we'd just come back
Yeah,
from
you wanted
the
to.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was a really interesting moment, because the moment you're talking about where he gets all his memories back, he's also getting his personality back. And so I do remember it was like the family was all around you. You kind of woke up from that red door hallway thing, and you had a lot to do at once. It was this ocean of memories, and also coming back to yourself, and also recognizing your family around you in a really interesting way. We did not make it easy on them. But especially by toward the end, I've been in writers' rooms where you're trying to write to make sure that actors, you get to know your actors and you write the things that you know that they can do. You want them to succeed. On the originals, we genuinely were like, they can do anything, let's just throw the whole thing at them and see how it goes. And it always went really well. So that was a cool.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you.
thanks, Carina. Right back
Anytime,
at you, by
guys.
the way. Anytime you wrote something, I knew it was going to be a good episode.
Thanks, Riles.
Yeah.
Hi.
Doesn't say much about the other writers, does it?
Hi, my name's Adly.
I'm the one that's here.
My question is, do any of you have a memorable or funny moment from the set?
We
Can't
never
think
laughed.
of one.
I
Just
got it.
kidding.
Yeah. I mean, we laughed together a lot.
We
I was
laughed
trying
a lot.
Yeah, the whole thing was funny.
It
Really was.
Wasn't there a prank war that escalated into somebody's car getting hit?
Yes, that
Yeah.
was Joseph and Gillies.
That was
Yeah.
that was not so laughable.
Gilly-
That didn't work. Yeah, and I've told the Marcel story so many times now about saying it's good to have you black too. Accidentally in a line to Charles Michael Davis. I'm trying to think of the whole thing was funny. We were just always, it was just a funny cast. We were laughing all
We
the time.
laughed
Daniel?
every day.
When Daniel's not on camera and you're doing scenes with him, he makes it his goal to try and make you laugh.
But I'm laughing on my own coverage as well, to be fair. I'm laughing, I'm
Yeah.
throwing shit at you on my coverage.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
that's true.
But it is the most, it's so fun. I don't know. I think, look, they're a very serious family, and I think that because it was a bunch of very funny people,
Yeah.
there wasn't one not funny person on that
It
cast.
was such a funny cast, and we had so much fun.
Yeah.
Just so much fun.
We did laugh a lot.
We laughed a lot. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
had to
any-
be there. You really had to be there.
Well, but also because everybody was sort of very professional about the work. They really cared about it, and they showed up knowing what
That's
they
true.
wanted to do. And we really weren't cast of people who were on their phones on the set.
Oh.
We weren't. We were there to work, and I think because we were so ready, we felt the freedom to be able to
Have fun
laugh.
with it.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But my memories of laughing are ironically like some of the like coldest, darkest, latest nights. We would all sort of come ready to like keep each other's spirits up, and
Yeah.
we were like, it was not easy. We were
No.
often
Who played Vincent?
Yusuf Gateway.
Yusuf,
Gateway,
that's
Yusuf
right.
Gateway.
I only worked with him one time, and I didn't realize he was a method actor. And so I guess there was a scene where his character doesn't like my character, and we're preparing to do the scene. He was just angry at me before we started. I was like, what did I do to him? And then I realized he was a method actor, and I was like, just started to play with him a lot. I was like, I really, really like you.
Did you really?
Yeah, I just started messing with him because he wanted to be so method. He wanted to hate me before the scene started.
He was very committed. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
very committed.
It's so talented.
I was about
Very
to say,
talented.
So unbelievably talented.
Yeah, he was-
Incredibly talented.
he was great.
Such a great actor.
There are three people who I feel like when they arrive, like, by the way, great actors all around on our show. I was super
Yeah.
proud to work with them. There are three people whose arrivals, I think, elevated the people around them, like challenged everybody. You were there from the start. You had been there before. You were there before me, so not you.
So I'm not in the three, is what
But
you're
I
saying?
think, listen, let me say, one was Yusuf Gatewood. He like challenged people, and like, you know, people wanted to be better in a scene opposite him. And the other two were Summer Fontana and Danielle Rose Russell, who I think people, you know, they were kids coming into a set full of adults,
Yeah.
and then the moment they opened their mouths, people were like, "Oh, she's good."
Okay, question though. If you were going to pick four, would there be enough?
For sure, you. Yeah, no, you definitely elevated everybody and made them way more professional. You did not distract them and flirt with them
Thank you,
and
thank you.
make them forget their lines.
Thank
That
you.
definitely wasn't you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the question.
Thank you.
Top four guys, that's pretty good.
I just want to let people know who are leaving right now. You're hurting my heart. You're
Goodbye.
hurting my little heart.
Yeah,
Shame.
Good,
if you're finding
Shame.
this boring, thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Your presence was boring.
No, no.
Hi.
No, I meant it.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello everyone, my name is Brian. By the way, shout out to Maddie, my daughter.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Maddie.
So
Shout out, Maddie. What's up?
Yeah, okay.
What's your social security number?
That's it. Yeah.
So my question is, besides entertainment, is there a quirky talent that you might have that you're secretly proud of? And if so, would you perform at that?
I can do this with my tongue.
Oh shit. Oh wow. Oh god.
Not so much of a talent.
Riley and I were
That's not-
definitely sisters in another life.
Yeah, for
Something's
sure.
been going on
For
here.
sure. I think that is like a genetic thing too, whether you can do that or not. I'm trying to think of any other.
Well, keeping it disgusting, I can blow bubbles of spit, like little bubbles of spit.
Do it.
No, I'm not gonna do it. And I can do amazing farts with my hands.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah.
Do it.
And I can whistle pretty well too, which I'll do at the cocktail party, not here. But yeah. That's
I
three.
forgot
That's
about
three.
that. That is.
The whistling was not disgusting, but the hand
Yeah.
farts. And what about you, buddy? You can...
What's your disgusting talent?
I can touch my nose with my tongue.
I'm
Oh, I
sorry
think
that
I
these
can
have all
too.
become mouth-related things. We're obviously not very well-rounded.
Shit, I can really touch it. Yeah. Everybody's pulling out their phones, and we're just gonna be like,
I know. Excellent. All over the internet.
weird group.
Thank you for the question. That took a weird direction.
Yeah, sorry. I started that off. with
Shout out
weird.
to Haley. Was it Haley?
Maddie.
Maddie. Same thing.
Whatever.
Hi.
Oh, so ungrateful.
Hi, darling. Hi.
Hi, I'm Courtney. Originals is my favorite spinoff, so hats off to you for your amazing writing.
Yes.
Absolutely
Thank
loved it.
you. I didn't come up with it, but I will take the compliment.
But I'm curious, did any of you guys improv any scene? If so, which one?
My famous line, "Relax, darling," was not in the script for Vampire Diaries. I actually stole it from Tom Hardy. He was doing. I was trying to learn the English accent, and I watched an interview of Tom Hardy, and the whole time he's like, "Darling, darling, darling." Yeah, I understand, darling. And so that day I just said, relax, darling, as Ian was laid out on the floor. Wow, what a special day. But anyway, yeah, so that was not scripted.
That's pretty cool.
Well done.
Well done, thank you. I should have got a writer's credit or something, you know?
We sometimes, well, some of the actors were better than, all the actors were better than me at improving spells. Okay, so like you try to learn the spells and you say them over and over and over, and usually 99% of the time I memorized the spells. I actually did, like I memorized what was written in the script because they were real spells, which, quick little fun fact, which I confirmed with Carina to be true, we had to change our spells around on the show to different languages because the initial ones were like real spells.
I will say,
found.
okay, I saw this TikTok of that moment that we were talking about that
Yeah.
recently, and I said, listen, it was my first convention. I do not remember doing this, but I like kind of blacked out, and I said, oh yeah, I used to like pull poems from online and then translate them. We wrote a little poem in English for the spells, and then I would translate it into Haitian Creole.
Yeah.
Using like, that's okay, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna drop it in here. Using like Google Translate, and then I would like change some things into Latin. And we got a call from a real New Orleans witch that was like, you guys are like in trouble, like
Playing with fire.
you're playing with fire, like you're gonna bring down like a pall on your show. So I had to stop
So
doing
sorry
that.
for all the bad
Yeah.
things that happened to anyone who watched the show.
That was true. That was very, yeah. But anyway, like down the line, after we were done cursing each other, Riley, this was funny.
So yeah, 99% of the time I learned the proper spells, and there was this one day where I had a lot of dialogue leading up to this very long, big, intense spell, and for some reason I kept like forgetting exactly how to say it, and I can't remember who it was. Someone was like, just improv it, like, you know, Charmin does.
Charmin.
Yusuf was amazing at it. He was so good. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can just improv it. I can just make up sounds and words and whatever. And it was this really big, intense scene. I almost want to say you were directing it, Gillies. And
Oh shit, I think I was.
I think you were.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, here's the part. Okay, it's time to improv. And I just was like, Al Pacino. And it was probably you were like, hey Riley, you can't say Al Pacino as your improv spell. So I never improv spells again.
I could just imagine that this convention's going to get a phone call from a New Orleans witch. You guys are in big trouble. Someone just used the Al Pacino spell. Anyway,
It's a
back
serious
to.
spell.
I want to ask you a serious question. When the witch called, did she say anything about my performance? That it was good? That she liked it? No, nothing. Okay.
Do you see what we dealt with?
Just checking. I was just
every
curious.
day
Like she's
on
watching
set?
the show. She could have given me some feedback.
Honestly. Did you improv, Gillies?
No, not so much on this show. On other shows, a lot.
Yeah,
but on
exactly.
this one, we had to discuss things a lot before we got to the set. But I lean into improv a lot on the other shows I do. But this one, no, we just discussed a lot, and the writers were great about that. Actually, we talk about everything that was going to transpire.
We did have that last scene, which I know I've talked about a million times, but the dinner scene where they just let us talk, and they just shot it. They didn't script it, but it's because there wasn't any audio.
There was no audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so.
we were allowed to just make
We let
each other
them
laugh.
say whatever they wanted when their microphones were off.
Yeah.
It's true.
That was a
Thank
special.
you.
I think that was a special. Like that, being able to do that scene and
Yeah.
like be genuine and have like a real moment was really cool. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Hi.
Hi, my name is Jewel. I had a question for all of you on what was your favorite sibling bond throughout the show, like within the Michaelsons?
Oh, I kind of love that one. I don't think I've been asked that one. I've been asked different versions of that, but surprisingly, I would say Elijah, because I think Freya and Klaus are a lot alike, but they kind of were at ends a lot. And then, like, of course, Rebecca and Freya were very close, but then Rebecca wasn't always there, and it created this like kind of like my favorite bond in the Michelsons between Elijah and Freya. And we were like kind of little partners in crime.
Can I change my other answer that I said before, Daniel Sharman, to...
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
can.
want to change that back. Yeah,
But
it was
I
cool.
loved that.
Yeah, that was cool. I remember us doing those scenes and thinking, I want to do, we should do more
yes,
scenes together.
yes.
When
We
we
worked
hang
well
out.
together.
It was fun. We had
Yeah.
real fun together. Yeah, my favorite's her. There you go.
I just loved how Always and Forever was when Cole was absent. It's almost like they had to wait for me to leave the room before they would say Always and Forever, and I'd be like, did you guys say something?
Sometimes and never. We said sometimes never. Yeah, right.
Always, yep. No, we weren't saying anything actually. We were
Yeah.
just talking.
We were
Okay,
just talking about ball plays with Trevor. It's nothing.
I'm
Don't-
sure.
Ball play with Trevor. That's all it
I'm
is.
sure I heard Always and Forever. Nope, not
No,
us.
no, you didn't. You definitely
Nope,
didn't.
Don't know what that is, to be honest. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
No,
you.
thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Alize, and my question is, what is one of your favorite things about playing your characters?
I loved the premise being about a family that's like fucked up, excuse my language. And it like created this family dynamic on and off set. So it was a really incredible experience for me as like a first time series regular on a show, and getting to work with the same people every day for years. It was just this like incredible experience that I'll never forget and always hold with me and led me to like everything that would come after. But my favorite part, I guess, was my first experience of building a character over that many years was with this family, this like group of people that we were all doing it together. It's very much kind of like the show, you know, in real life.
The show was, as Carina said earlier, like, you know, and it was very graciously that, you know, that they felt that we were capable of a lot, so they did throw a lot at us, and I think that my favorite part of it was just trying to rise to the challenge of every episode. And it's a slightly boring answer, but it's the truth. It's just like trying to find it each time, and trying to, because it was really challenging, you know, and I think that without saying it to each other, everybody sort of wanted the scenes to be the best versions of them that they could be, you know, and I liked being part of that and trying to find that every single time. We didn't always work. I'm talking about my own stuff. I looked and went, that didn't work or whatever, but we kept reaching for the brass ring.
Everybody cared a lot on this show. Like, everyone really, really wanted to kill it, and I think that we were on the CW at a time when, like, the idea of being on a CW show was something that we were, like, in a battle with a little bit, because it was, people thought that, oh, you're on the CW show, it's, like, less than other shows. And I think that, especially in hindsight, like, the work that was done on that show, we can hold up against a lot of TV shows. So I'm very, very proud of it. Thank you for the question.
Hi, I'm Elena. My question is, what did you guys
Eat
learn?
Elena?
I mean,
It's
maybe,
you.
I mean, maybe. What's something that you guys learned as a life lesson from each of your characters that you still carry with you today?
Don't trust anyone. No, that's not my answer.
They weren't really, like, role models.
Yeah, it's a little hard because we were bad.
They were serial
We
killers.
were monsters. But through that, I guess, they were very resilient through all that came their way, and in some cases, quite selfless in the name of family. And so I guess I would carry that portion of the family with me.
Yeah, I think I would say what I learned is that you sometimes you can't choose family, but you can choose a girlfriend, and that's important. Thank you.
Yeah, that's very important. Critical information, Nathaniel Buzolic. Nathaniel Buzolic, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I would drop the mic, but I'd probably have to pay for it.
I liked Elijah's sometimes perversely motivated commitment to his family, but I did learn from that, like, the idea that when shit needed to get done, like there was nobody more ardently devoted, you know, and I like the idea that by whatever means necessary, he would do it. And I do think I learned a lot from that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sydney. I have a really random question. It's not about the show. What's y'all's favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
Nice.
Oh, shit, you can't top that.
Home Alone.
I'm gonna be really basic and cheesy, but it's true. Love Actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
lovely.
I love that movie.
I mean, my kids loved Nightmare Before Christmas, and sort of a Halloween movie too. I said whatever, and Elf. Come on, I love Elf. Who doesn't love Elf?
Oh, thank you.
Hi, my name's Ashley, and my question's for you, Daniel. What was your favorite scene between you and Haley? Because that's my favorite love story.
Yeah, I love that stuff. And again, I need to tip my hats to the writers again, yeah, because they were very gracious here.
They let me write their first kiss, which was my first episode of TV ever, and I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, well, I think it was yours, Carina, when I think in the wake of Jackson's death, we just sort of sat down in the kitchen together, and there was a lot of chat, and the writers were very gracious about saying, well, because we sort of persuaded them that we could just hang out with each other a little bit more and say less, and it ended up being really touching. I don't know why I like the scene. Yeah,
we didn't get to have a lot of silence, and it was a really nice thing to have
Yeah.
Elijah just know that she didn't need it to be.
No, and the music was so beautiful. They used that M82 Too Late song, which is just perfect. I don't know, I love that scene.
My mom was on set for that scene. It was her first time on a set, and it was like, you know, Phoebe's like crying and just shredded, and my mom, we do one take, and my mom was like, that was so beautiful, what's next? And I was like, oh, 3 more hours of this. And she was like, how could you do that to that poor girl? And I was like, I don't know, it's terrible. Thank you so much for the question.
Hi, my name is Kelly. My question is for all of you. Who would you say the most influential person in your life has been growing up? And even to this day, like being an adult.
That changes over time, you know, as you evolve and you change, like you sort of select different heroes, you know, and I mean, now I'm going through a period of really looking at painters, sometimes athletes and stuff. I love the painter Francis Bacon. I'm going on a Faulkner trip right now. I love different writers and stuff. They're rarely actors, but they're often artists, but they're almost never actors.
I do love that answer, though, that it changes over time, because I do feel like we've been asked this question, and I struggle with like picking one, because it's like every moment or relationship or time in my life, there are people affected me and made me who I am, you know, so like the smallest encounters to the biggest people that I like continue to watch or are part of my family or whatever. I like that answer, that it kind of changes throughout time. Although in this current time, I will say Taylor Swift.
Put $1 in the jar.
I would say it's my mum. I love my mum a lot, and most of my decisions that I make in my life are kind of based around my mum and her circumstances. And she's been such a friend to me throughout my life. The reason I got into acting is because I wanted to help my mum get out of a difficult situation financially. And so, yeah, I love my mum so much that she's still the sort of center of my universe.
Are we done? Do we have one more question, or are we done? Wrapping it up. Okay. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.